What are the main energies for lightworkers in May 2024, and for you specifically, beautiful soul, in terms of love, relationships, physical energies, career, money, manifestations, and things that are manifesting? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia Moksha, here for another energy update reading. We're looking at the main energies of May and this time right now, going into next month, into the next season. The main energies going on now. Emotional energies, relationship energies, relationship with others, relationship with yourself. Physical energies, energies with home, money, health, manifestations, and opportunities. And then mental energies, things that you're working on out there, things that you're working on within. So we have all the cards laid out here. I was setting up for the format of this reading, and I usually place the cards just to get the camera angle right. And Spirit, I'm like, hey, should I just use these cards and go with this? And they're like, yeah. I don't know any of the cards. I just picked them at random. We're just gonna start with the main energies. The timestamps are below if you're wondering. What's the main energy that the Lightworker Collective is dealing with right now on the planet? King of Cups. Okay, wow. Yeah, a lot of love coming in for sure. It's intense amount of love. You're going to see it in your romantic life because that's where you might feel a direct visual of your love energies is with your romantic love partner. You might see it in your friends and family circles. You definitely will feel it with yourself, love for yourself, love for the divine. More confidence in the divine, in the unseen, the ether realms, that something like that exists. Feeling more love for yourself because you got to this point where you have this much confidence in the divine, and the divine has that much confidence in you. You can feel it. You can feel that unconditional love from the divine, and seeing that in all your relationships. Starting with your romantic love relationships, I've been doing so many readings where I see so many true love, divine love unions happening for a lot of people on the planet, in the physical divine unions with couples happening all over. It started around like March, but this is the climax of that energy in May 2024, where a lot of divine unions happen. And this is like something like where you might have like a near miss. You might be introduced to your divine love. You might have a message or a phone call with them. You might see a lot of sign synchronicities in regards to love. And over the next few months, you're going to see this kind of energy develop in the physical, because this is the main energy right now. So a lot of love unions, and you're going to see it first and foremost within yourself, with yourself and with the divine, in your romantic love and connections with other folks that are really important to you, your family, your soul family, your friends, your inner circles. Okay, so main energy right now, King of Pentacles. Yeah, wow. King of Cups, King of Pentacles. I'm telling you, you're going to see these physical unions happen in the physical. You're going to form homes, physical homes with them. You're going to be moving in with them. You're going to be starting relationships with them. You're going to start getting married or start entering whatever is like the stable, secure form, long-term form of a romantic relationship is for you. That's manifesting like crazy. And you might be like, yeah, I've heard that before. No, this is it. This is happening now. It starts now, 2024, because 2025, you're going to have your soul mission start, and you're going to, it's time to go. Okay. So let's see how this might look on an individual scale. Oh, let me pull one more card for the earth grounding. It's grounding into the planet right now, which is why it might feel like so much is happening in your relationships with others. You might feel a real deep sense of things are about to jump off, not just in your relationship with others, meeting the right people, people that you will be forming family bonds with, close work bonds, friendship bonds with, but also with the direction of your career, the direction of your passion projects. You might feel like this real strong energy, like this bubble of energy around you that's about to pop, and like things are just gonna like move forward miraculously, and you're gonna get super, super, super busy. Okay, so how does this look for you in your individual life, beautiful soul? 5 of Cups. Okay, sorry, I was distracted by someone singing outside. 5 of Cups. There is this energy of things that you thought you wanted in the physical coming through. So things that you thought you wanted with your romantic partner, that thought you wanted with your family connections, your friendships, with old friends, with soul family, with your co-workers, your boss, your employees, whatever, like the relationships that you thought you wanted with them, like the activities, the intimacy, the kind of connections you wanted with them, those things are going to come to the surface. It's going to seem like very subtle. It's going to be very subtle. Although relationship energies are changing drastically, what's going to be more subtle is that things that you thought you wanted in these other relationships, these other close relationships, that's going to change. So, yeah, you're going to see that things that you thought you wanted in your romantic relationships, and your friendships, and your family relationships, your relationships with people you work with, your community, your neighbors, whatever, all those relationships, the things that you thought you wanted but no longer want, or you want something better in those connections, that's going to become obvious right now. Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here, I feel like you kind of always changed the things you wanted in a relationship dynamic because you brought your energies lower to match what the other person wanted, or match what the collective, what the community, what rest of humanity and society wanted. So you're like, I want this in a relationship, I want this in my friendships, in my social life, and in love, and my passion projects. But you kind of gave yourself like the dumbed down version, the watered down version of it, because you wanted to also fit in with, that person's ideals, your family's ideals, your community's ideals, so you kind of gave yourself the watered down version of it. But the people that are coming into your life right now to form these new connections, these new 5D connections, whether they're people coming back or new relationships, or connections you have now that are being renewed, you're going to find that you both parties involved want what you've always wanted and not having to settle. Like the extreme 5D high-end version of it. Wow, okay. Let's get some clarification. Bread. Period of prosperity and abundance. Yeah, it feels like you don't have to settle. You don't have to settle for less because of a money situation, because of lack of the right resources, lack of the right people, opportunities, material things. I'm getting feeling like you're from a different time or a different dimension, and realizing, hey, well, maybe I can't get those things in this dimension, in this time, but throwing that concept out the window and being like, no, I can have those higher frequency dimensional energies in this lifetime, those manifestations in this lifetime, those kind of connections, that kind of lifestyle, that kind of life in this lifetime. Okay. Dark Night of the Soul. Interesting. Life brings new meaning. Yeah, especially with the Five of Cups here, I feel like this is a very mild dark night of the soul. I wouldn't even call it a dark night of the soul. I would call it clearing of any residual shadow you have. And I talked about this in the monthly forecast and in the past couple of months energy updates, where around this time, end of Taurus season, Gemini season, like where things that the 3D parts of you that wanted 3D manifestations, those things are going to come through. And it might be like your last chance to enjoy some of these 3D experiences. Enjoy some of your shadow aspect self. Let your shadow loose for a little bit. Devil may care kind of attitude. Have a little bit of fun. Be a little bit mischievous, you know, because you might not be able to do it again. Because I feel like you're clearing out those shadow aspects of yourself as you enter 5D energies. And along with that is things that, like, you know, kind of types of shows, types of books, types of ideas that you might have entertained, things that you let yourself and others pass on. That's like, oh, that's not, you know, totally high frequency, but, you know, let it pass. We're in a earthly plane, you know, some things you can turn a blind eye to, but it's like no more. Not even like the little things. And some of that is the 3D things that you've always wanted. If I had more money, I would be able to spend it on these kinds of vacations and these kinds of fancy gadgets and doodads and things, right? This kind of home, this kind of car. If I had the right kind of physical relationships, or someone who was physically willing to do these physical things with me, I would, you know, play out my kinks, or, you know, play out my power dominance over others. I would want to have this kind of situation or that situation where I've been in that like situation where I didn't have the power, and I want to be in the role where I have power over others to do unto others what people have done unto me. That kind of thing. Again, with like the sexual desires as well, playing out your like 3D sexual desires that are not so much in the sacred sexual love of things, having flirtatious flings, doing things that might be considered taboo or not considered normal or acceptable in society. I'm also getting indulging in certain behaviors and in certain bad habits. At this point, because we're so close to 5D energies, because we're so like transitioning into 5D energies, a lot of the things that you had to deal with in terms of bad habits, bad personality traits, bad behavior, any kind of ignorance, the energies that you've held, they're pretty benign at this point because you've worked on it so much and you're moving into 5D. So those are clearing out like crazy. But any like residual shadow stuff left, those are the things that are coming up. Those are the things that you might play out a little bit while you have the chance, because you might not get a chance ever again. Maybe next year, 2025, 2026, maybe a little bit, but not really. And if it is, it's kind of like playing around with extra money, enjoying some of the luxuries of life that you weren't able to enjoy before, whatever luxury means to you. And one more clarifier. Kite to vacation, especially vacations. I feel like I've been saying for the past, like this whole year, that light workers are going on vacation. That is the summer of 2024. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, that is May, June, July, August. That light workers are going on vacation. If you see my past energy readings, we saw that there's very few portal dates in June, July, and also May and August, which is kind of like a the indication that you won't have to do too much inner work, that you can just focus on integrating this 5D version of yourself, kind of getting to know this new version of yourself, new 5D version of yourself, this new 5D life, what you're going to be doing in this new 5D life. So this is a lot of downtime to just kind of relax, have fun, get to know yourself again, get to know your new life. It's a time of discovery and adventure, and in learning yourself and literally out in the world. You might be actually taking physical vacations, because you're also grounding in energy, this new 5D energy. So with that upgrade within yourself, you can be upgrading places around you too, by being sent to different places locally and internationally. Domestically or internationally. It doesn't have to be a lot. It might be just like a few trips here and there. But yeah, definitely upgrading yourself, and then upgrading certain places around you, and getting to know your new 5D version of yourself, getting to figure out what you're going to be doing in your new 5D life. That's why it's kind of like confusing. It's like you're letting go of some stuff that you didn't even know that you're holding on to, some 3D stuff, 3D things that you wanted in relationships, in terms of life goals, more shadow aspect of yourselves, that you're like, hey, you done your inner work, you integrated your shadow self. Everyone has shadow selves. What am I gonna do? Sometimes it comes out, I take control of it. We work side by side. I use it sometimes, but I know how to control it, to keep it to the minimum, your shadow aspect. But this is like your shadow aspect completely clearing out. And if you want more information on that, I believe I said more on that in the last energy reading. But yeah, you're going on vacation, light worker. Get that bathing suit out, get that beach towel, or your backpack, your luggage, your suntan lotion, or your sunglasses, or your, whether it's winter or summer where you are, it's like, it's time to pack your bags. Or even have a staycation, go sunbathing outside your place, go on some walks, hikes, and engage in some outdoor activities, physical activities, whether it's skiing or swimming or whatever. And I kept getting mountains. Like, the way I related to mountains before was, it was a symbol of overcoming obstacles. It's about like moving over a great challenge in your life. And now the visualization of mountains, the symbolic meaning I give to mountains has changed. It's like grand, physical, unmoving power and physical manifestation. That is great energy to help you manifest, to have you bring in long-lasting legacy type energies, very grand, powerful physical energies, and so you can tell, like, when you change the way you see a big symbol like that, mountains, like, there's a profound change that happened within you. Where you can relate to things differently. Like, for example, oceans can be seen, or great large bodies of water can be seen as a helpful tool to deal with emotional changes, emotional healing. But they can change to now mean something of connecting with other people and things and energies differently. It can mean travel, it can mean communication, it can mean expression, it can mean inspiration. If something big, this big symbol like that changes for you, it definitely means that the energies within you have changed. It's like relating to a knife as a harmful tool to like a helpful tool. That's the kind of profound change I see within people at this time, within light workers, within the awakening collective. But yeah, get ready for that vacation and period of prosperity and abundance. You're going to see this energy change within yourself manifest without yourself, outside of yourself, through a lot of windfall of money opportunities, career opportunities, and just random good luck opportunities that just pop out. It's like, oh yeah, wow, like a one-time offer on this kind of vacation deal, or this flight, or this hotel, or this day, whatever. Like just getting really good opportunities for vacations. So you're guided to go to these places and to ground these beautiful energies, these new energies that you've downloaded, that you've integrated, and also to get to know yourself in this new life that you're going to be leading. And it's a sign of more good things to come, more abundance and more prosperous energies to come. So very, very good luck. Release any of that shadow self. You might be like holding on to it because it's part of your ego. It's a part of you that's like, hey, I needed that to survive, to identify myself in the wave of the sea of people, and to also stand up for myself in this individual that I am. You're going to see a lot of those kinds of things be released, at least the shadow version of yourself that you kind of maybe held on to, because what if you need it? You know, your fight or flight response. Like, what if you need to fight? What if you need strong legs to run? Like, you know, like you might not be needing it where you're going next. And then when those energies dissolve, even your basic survival human needs, you're going to see that when you focus on things, your energy is so much more complex. You're able to download more from the divine energies. You're able to download faster. You're able to think of many solutions at once. You're able to kind of even basically talk to your higher self, talk to your spirit guide and spirit team easier. Talk to the trees and nature spirits and whatever. Pick up on other people's energies and thoughts and feelings faster. It's so interesting how much of this survival need energy, or how much of our basic shadow self, ego energies was taking up a lot of our thought processes too, or our emotional energies, or the energy of our aura. And that's why we were bringing in these types of energies. You're going to see with the release of this shadow energy that we no longer need. And I'm channeling these things, but me, the person Mia, is kind of like, what does this mean? What is this going to look like? I'm a little terrified. Like, you're going to let go of your ego, let go of your basic survival needs, let go of, some of these things that you needed to get to where you are now. It's terrifying, right? To let go. What does that mean? What if I need it? What if I let go and I need it? Anyway. All right, on to the next one. Let's look at relationship energies. So what's going on with you and others? Romantic love, or, just relationships that are close to you. Okay, this is energy of not being able to share big and little things with others. Maybe keeping things more to yourself at this time. Whether it's really exciting ideas, exciting things that has happened during your day, or just things that you're excited to talk about. And also small frustrations. You're also keeping within you any small frustrations you might have with someone. So all these things, I feel like they're more of a daily thing. So things that you see on a daily basis that you're excited to talk about, and things that you see on a daily basis that frustrate you, you are not vocalizing to other people, or you're vocalizing those things less and you're keeping them more to yourself. So I do see a sense of you kind of maybe taking some time to go inward and kind of have more conversations within your own head, with your own higher self, and just be more focused and be more mindful of your thoughts that you're having, and keep it to yourself rather than expressing how you feel, what you think to other people, whether you're excited about it or frustrated about it, which indicates a time of going within, a time of spending time by yourself. So with these 5D changes happening, I do see that you will be spending time, as you integrated this 5D version of yourself. And like, if you look at the masculine and the feminine energy, it's just the energy of duality. As you transcend into higher dimensions and higher way of thinking, you just transcend the duality energies into a more unified energy. And so with these 5D energies coming in, you're kind of integrating who you were with who you are now. And then as we see with the release of the shadow, you're also releasing more of the 3D than you thought you would, than you ever have, to bring in more of the 5D. There's a lot of risk involved with that. There's a lot of trust in yourself and in the divine in order to do that, because now you're releasing not just like bad habits, you know, or like not learning lessons in order to break the cycle or move to the next cycle. Now the things that you're releasing, the shadow aspect of yourself, it's not helping you learn anymore, because you've kind of hit the ceiling of what you can learn in the 3D with the 3D aspect of yourself. And now that you're going into 5D, you need to change so drastically in order to learn the new lessons of 5D, to learn like more higher level lessons and knowledge and wisdom. So I feel a lot of light workers are kind of going in right now, and probably you might be avoiding talking to a lot of people. And this might come after a time of talking to too many people. So I do see a period of time, especially this Gemini season, that is May into June. So Taurus and Gemini season, we are of 2024. We are kind of, you know, bring out our 3D energies. You know, we are having 3D conversations with 3D folks as much as possible. And this is kind of a little bit of a purge. It's kind of like a little bit of a reminder of what 3D communication was like, what connecting with 3D folks was like, or unawakened folks. And it seems like you're relating to all these things on a positive note, even your shadow aspect, even the 3D relationships you have, even your 3D behaviors, the 3D version of yourself. You're relating to them in a more positive way because you're transcending those energies. You're going into 5D energy. So you're looking back, you know, in your rear view mirror, looking at these 3D energies. Not even the rear view mirror. You're like going back to your 3D energies and looking at everything with like with different eyes, you know, seeing your relationship with others and like, oh, what did they teach me? Like, what did I learn in my 3D life? What did I learn with this behavior? What did I, you know, looking at everything as like it helped you get to where you are in a positive light. That bad habit, you know, it helped me do this though. You know, that relationship, as awful it was, it helped me be this person, helped me learn these lessons. You know, it's like looking back with a lot of fondness. That often happens when you're about to like break up with your, you know, 3D version of yourself. You start to look at all like the good times and like how everything, like see everything in a positive light, like see how everything helped you, why everything, like the positive reason behind everything, the higher meaning behind everything. Wow. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put this card here. The Knight of Swords, yeah, which kind of right timing. Knight of Swords to Page of Swords. So it does feel like right now you might be entering a period of time of talking a lot to a lot of people, a lot of communication, and then because you understand and you know you're going to be entering a period of time where you're just integrating this new version of yourself, traveling, having fun, solo adventures or adventures with other like-souled individuals. Yeah, Eight of Wands, a lot of talking going on. Wow, and the Chariot. A lot of traveling, Eight of Wands, also traveling. A lot of traveling, a lot of talking. But I feel like you have a different inner dialogue at this time. So you're talking to these people, like for example, if you're about to break up with someone, or if you're about to leave, move to a different location and leave that family member or that group of friends or that workplace, you start talking to these people in a different way. You are more sweet, you listen more, you start thinking about things in a different way. You talk about things that really matter. That's the kind of energy I'm getting in your connections with others at this time. All right, so what is this emotional energy, relationship energy at this time? Lighten your load, yeah. There's definitely an energy of let me indulge these 3D behaviors, these 3D relationships one last time. But now that you know you're breaking up with these energies, it's kind of you're more free to be more who you are, to speak about the things you want to speak about, to ask more direct questions, more serious questions, more profound questions, more deeper questions, to be your true authentic self. You're able to, you kind of, the way you relate to other people is so much lighter because you get to be who you are. People get to see who you are. And you're like, I don't care. I'm not going to see you for a while, or see you ever again. So, you have that confidence to be your true authentic self a little bit more. All right. So how does this look for you personally with your relationship with yourself? Because this is a mirror of what's going on within. 2 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of looking back kind of energy. This is such a fast change and such a big change moving forward that I feel like you're feeling a little bit nostalgic for your 3D life, for your 3D version of yourself. And kind of the 3D experiences that you've had. They weren't all bad, and some of them were fun, and some of them were really nice. And it's hard to say goodbye to something that you know and that you're used to, even and when some of it was really good, when you don't know what you're walking into next. You're walking into this new 5D version of yourself, this new 5D version of your life, and you have no idea what it's going to look like. You have a clue, it's going to be good for you, and but and it's a higher frequency. It's going to be a lot of love and light, but it's so tough leaving something and moving into something you don't know, unknown. Okay, 9 of Swords. Yeah, there's a little bit of a sadness. How can I? Lightning. Yeah, control your anger or you will be sorry. I feel like this anger comes from, happiness for not dealing with this sooner, not seeing this sooner, not healing this sooner, changing this sooner, acknowledging this sooner. How did I spend my whole life with this burden? Why didn't I move away sooner? Why didn't I move away from these 3D people sooner? These 3D relationships, these 3D communities or 3D structures and situations sooner? But you're entering 5D. That's why it's you're entering a period of time where it's sublime happiness, supreme happiness, very divine happiness. It's blissful, right? And so there's a little part, the part of there's a little, shadow self you're still resisting, which is this anger about why didn't I do this sooner? What prevented me from not doing this sooner? Why I could have been happy sooner. I could have been doing things I loved sooner. I could have been in this place sooner. And that's just like the ego, right? And that's just like, of course, everything happens in divine timing in the way that it's meant to. It's just the little bit that you're releasing, the shadow aspect, the anger, irrational anger. Okay, adjustments are required. I do get that there is a changeover period. There is a transition period. And I do believe it's, begins at the end of May and it goes into June, July, into August. And this is a period where, Pluto is in retrograde. And on September 1st, Pluto goes direct again. And so this is a period of time on your ascension journey to kind of look back at how things were as you move into the new. And, it's kind of like when you move into a new house and it's just like, bigger rooms, more windows, more light comes into your home. The neighborhood's like more quiet or more pretty or more safe, or like things are set up better in the way that you would like it to. The backyard is the way that you want it to be. It's just like everything is like set up in the way you want it to be, or you have more, the weather is better in that area, or you get more sunlight, or you get more of what you want, right? And it just like improves your health and your mental state, and it improves like your whole well-being. And you're like, why didn't I make this move earlier? Like, I could have been living with better air quality and feeling happy and being more productive because I'm happy sooner, meeting the right people, or having to put less energy and effort in my day-to-day responsibility and more energy and effort on the things I want to do. Like, why didn't I do this sooner? Like that kind of energy. And for some people, it's a little bit more angry. And for others, it's kind of like more of an understanding. It's like, not until you get to the new place do you appreciate, like, you might not have appreciated the new version of yourself and the new version of your life, or this new home, if you hadn't had to live in a more challenging version of that, But yeah, there is a transition period, Spirit is saying. Definitely, I got Cancer, so yeah, definitely around like July, sorry. June, July, August, definitely. So yeah, into Cancer season. But like Gemini season, I feel like end of Taurus and Gemini season, you're kind of like talking to a lot of people, even looking back at like the old version of yourself, the old version of your life, because you see yourself moving forward. So you are going to get like more prosperous opportunities. So maybe a career opportunity, more relationships opportunities with new friends, or even a romantic opportunity. You're going to see your life moving in positive ways, in the 5D way. But you're also going to see a lot of your 3D stuff come up through people, situations, and experiences that you kind of get to like relive or review and look back on and to process as you move into the new. And you're moving into the new because these opportunities are already coming in. All right, so let's look at the physical energies now. What's happening in terms of home and money, the energies outside of yourself? Wow, 10 of Pentacles. Oh, ooh la la. Okay, so I definitely feel, a lot of money coming in. A lot of, whether that's in the form of your career situation or opportunities of some sort, financial opportunities, or it could be, investments paying off, or getting gifted a home, or I'm getting a really good opportunity coming through. For a lot of you, that's going to be career opportunities. So opportunity to make more money, more steady income, or a steady increase in money guaranteed in your business or your work, or, like a raise, a promotion, a better job opportunity, or like a very opportunistic business opportunity, and the ability to even move into a new office, or to move into a bigger space, or to expand your business, or to really expand your knowledge and skill, or your network, and also, like, I'm getting leveled up. Like, you're entering a whole new phase of your work life and your financial life. But that's going to be this this last energy we're going to look at. So, but mainly, in terms of money, very good. Lots of money coming in. So much so that you may be able to move into a bigger space, or a better place, or more expensive place. I'm getting, in terms of job market, the housing market, that although people are saying it's not a good time to buy, I am seeing for you it's definitely a good time to buy something new. If you're looking for a new home, use your own intuition, but like it might pay off in the long term to jump on a opportunity, a property, even multiple if you want, in an ideal location. Because it's an ideal location, or like the ideal home or something. Okay, so home and money energies. Knight of Cups in reverse. I do see that you will be taking this opportunity. Let's see. Ooh, the marriage card. With someone. Interesting. So I was going to say you might be taking this opportunity alone, or with one partner. And I feel like a romantic partner is involved. So either you go in on this property by yourself, and then around the same time is when you meet someone that you will be moving in with or living with. Or you're looking for a home and you end up finding a divine love counterpart come into your life at that time and want to move in on that opportunity, that property together. Or you might be getting this opportunity because of them. You might be moving in with them. Or this person comes into your life and very quickly you two decide to kind of make moves in terms of purchasing this home, or renting this home, or moving into that location, that area together. So this all happens around the same time, I'm getting. So whether you make a move first and then this person comes in, or this person comes in and then you both make a move together, or something in between, I do feel like with the marriage card and the Knight of Cups there in reverse, I do feel like it's just you two. You know, it could be just you, or just the two of you, but I feel like you don't take other people into consideration. If you have children, of course, but like I feel like it's just you two against the world. So it's like this is something that you two make a move on, and like barely anyone around you even knows this is happening. So your close friends, or your family members, or your workplace, or like your neighbors, or something like that. Like no one really has a clue that you two are making this move. It's very private. It's on the hush hush. I'm getting it's like on the lowdown. So like you two kind of keep it really quiet that you two are making this move. You might not even tell people that this is where you are moving. Something along those lines. There's a little bit of secrecy involved in this move in together. Maybe you haven't told people that you're moving in with this person, or people don't know that you have a partner that you partnered up with, or that you two are interested in moving to a different location, or when you move into this nice new home, it might be in a location that you want to keep private, or it might be in a gated community that you don't want to, tell people about or have people over, or something along those lines. Maybe you get a second property, like a vacation home or another home. that you move in on, or you two kind of like, maybe one of you already has a place and you kind of keep, and one of you moves into that place, and then you two kind of buy a second home without telling anyone else, and that's where you spend most of your time, but most people think you're living in that old home. So something along that line, I feel like, is going on. Some sort of secrecy. Again, with the energy of 5D energies coming in, you're kind of being guided to kind of spend time getting to know the new version of yourself. And I feel like your partner, and if you're already partnered up, this is like a really close soul family friend, really close platonic soulmate level friend, or friends, like 2, 3 max. But I feel like for most of you, it's your divine counterpart that is also going through something similar, getting to know this new version of themselves, this new version of their life, figuring it out. And you two are kind of figuring it out together and kind of realize you're on the same place and want to do this together. A lot of you might even get like married, like court married, and not even tell that many people or something like that, like elope or something, for like its benefits, I'm hearing, because if you guys are purchasing a home or something like that, or if you're needing to travel or something, about for like one or two of you, like a boat, purchasing a boat, living on that boat for a bit or something, or some sort of unusual circumstances like that. But like where a married couple might be get preferential treatment or something like that. So like you two kind of just tie the knot really quickly, or something about like you two kind of realize you're in the same place. You either trust each other, know each other already, and therefore trust each other, or trust each other implicitly because of the fact that you two are going to 5D energies, and that it's like very noticeable. It's like you're either in this energy or you're not. It's going to be very, very, very stark difference noticeable, even in the collective, with awakened souls and unawakened souls. Those are even awakened souls who are in 5D and who are not in 5D yet. Very stark difference. You're going to be able to tell who's there and who's not. Just by conversation, just by their energy field, just by being around them in their presence, you're able to tell who's in that 5D energy and who's not. That's why like the survival needs are being put away, because you can instinctively tell like who you can trust and who's on that level already. It's a weird, different kind of energy. I can't even explain it that well because, until you move in there completely, like you don't really know what it's going to be like. It's like dying. Like what happens after you die? You have a lot of theories. A lot of people say a lot of different things. A lot of people have died for a short period of time and have come back and said a lot of things. But can you actually know until you actually die? That kind of energy. Okay. 9th house, spiritual growth. Yeah. And at this time, I also said that, hey, you're going to be, not only when you transition to 5D, not only are you going to be doing it with your partner, because you're going to have someone who understands what you're going through, can help you and support you when you need it, and they can support you when you need it. There's going to be also a lot of physical changes, body changes happening. And so it's going to be, you're going to both want to kind of just take some time out and just kind of let these energies do what they need to do as you integrate these energies in, right? Yeah, it's spiritual growth. It's literally going into a higher frequency. And then how does this look for you? Because this physical energy is going to manifest in terms of health and manifestations and opportunities for you. 2 of Swords reminds me of this 2 of Wands. Again, like I said, like you can't really know until you're in it, kind of thing. That's exactly what I'm getting from Spirit. It's like there's a reason where you're gonna have to figure things out. Interestingly enough, like you might be getting the feeling to kind of work on your health right now, physically, mentally, emotionally, which is really good because it's preparing you for this transition into 5D. And so you might be, you might also, with releasing last bit of 3D physical, shadow physical energies, you might be also working on getting into some better health routines or upping your health game. You probably are somewhat already healthy and done a lot of inner work in regards to mental health, emotional health, healing, clearing, purging, and, working out, eating healthy and stuff. And it feels like you're just going to, go up a notch. There's ebbs and flows in these kinds of things. And this time you're kind of like, yeah, it's feeling like this energy of wanting to do this. So working on your own health because you feel like something is coming. And it might be to your benefit to be in better health at this when this thing comes through. Okay, what else? Page of Swords. Okay, interesting. And again, Spirit is saying, like, although you're going to feel like talking less to the 3D people around you, you are going to be more interested in talking with the divine. So you're going to feel like meditating more. You're going to feel like communing with the nature spirits, communing with, you know, other high vibrational, benevolent energies, and also with like-minded individuals, with your divine counterpart, but also very, very like close-knit, tight soul family members. Like your true few. Very, very close, very few soul family members. And you're going to see that as you know, it's kind of like, you know, sorry, the camera just shut off randomly, and I feel like that's because Spirit wanted me to see something. I'm recording this on the 14th, posting it on the 15th, and on the 15th, Mercury moves into Taurus. And so I'm getting this kind of energy of like Mercury and Taurus, like this Taurus energy of like talking to people from your 3D life, you know? And then you're going to transition from that and talking to them less and talking to people who resonate with you on a soul level more. And there might be fewer of them. And this kind of energy of you're still trying to figure yourself out. So like, you know, you don't want to talk to like everyone. You don't want to talk to like a ton of people while you're still trying to figure stuff out. You might have like a close to a few people who you feel more comfortable talking about more uncomfortable things, you know? And I'm getting this kind of energy of like, you know, when you first awakened, you might want to talk to 3D people a lot about it, and they don't really give you the response that you want, or they don't really understand where you're coming from, or they can't really see that because they're not there yet. And so you kind of like quiet down again. And then you start connecting with more like soul family and more spiritual people so you can talk to them about it. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. Yeah. Vine, seek out information that will help you. Yeah, you're seeking out people that can like, that are, you know, on the same page, that are going through a similar experience, because this is when people start going into 5D. And so I did predict like maybe like 3 years ago, I did a reading where like you get like a download, and then people who get this like 5D download, they can tell who the other people that had this 5D download, because there's like certain similar qualities that are undeniable, that like you're in 5D, and like people are in 3D, or people who are like awakened but not in the 5D yet, they won't be able to get it until they're in 5D energies. And so it's going to be very easy for 5D people to connect, network, and get together because of this one like understanding or knowing or something, whatever it is. Seek out people that will help you. Yeah, so you're going to seek out people that understand this. And with social media so prevalent nowadays, where you can connect with everyone all around the world, basically, it's going to be not so hard to find for your divine counterpart to find you, or for the two of you to connect again, or to connect finally. And for other like very, very close-knit soul family members connect. Not everyone from your soul family, but like at least 1, 2, 3 maybe at most, you know, to connect. All right, so it says, adrift in shallow water. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. Yeah, and adrift in shallow waters. I always, a lot of people often relate to this new, just transition into 5D Earth as like you're in the middle of the ocean and you're slowly washing up on shore, and you're slowly drifting inward towards the land. And so like you're now in shallow water. I said shadow water. You release the darkness, right? You're in shallow water now, where you're almost out of the water. You're almost onto the shore of 5D, and now you can kind of enjoy it. You know, the water is a little bit warmer. You can see the things, the environment around you more clear. You start to appreciate the small things and appreciate, like, even like the things that were negative, or even the small things that you missed that you might have not noticed before, that it gives you so much joy now. All the negative things you see in such a positive light, like it helped you to get to where you are. You're enjoying being in the shallow water. You might swim around a little bit while you meet up with some friends, Now it's a little bit more like healing and fun and joyous and happy and fun. You can play around now. There's no predators, The sand beneath the water is more softer. It's enjoyable now. And so that's why you start to see like the 3D life and the 3D earth as like, you look at it like very nostalgically, very with rose colored glasses, like, oh, how beautiful this life was, how, all the little things, how they were so nice, how the difficult things made me so much stronger in the person I am, and how everyone goes through these things. The bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Yeah, I feel like it's like for your entire life, especially light workers, you had to put on such a shield, you had to form like barriers, like strong, thick barriers around you and your energy, your aura, to keep people away, because you're such a sensitive soul. You had a lot of difficult experiences in life. You were always walking a different path. You're always doing the right thing, or you're always like kind of learning and growing and figuring those things out. And like a lot of people around you weren't similar in that way, and they might have like ostracized you for it, or give you a difficult time, or you never felt like anyone understood you. You were alone for a lot of time. It took you a long time to even break down that shell, to keep like respectable boundaries, but like not being so fearful and so have walls built up so fortified around you, so strongly around you. It took you a while to break down those walls, keep up reasonable, respectable boundaries, but to how to not magnetize or energies that you don't want around you, how to repel them gently so you only magnetize things that you actually want. It took a lot of work and difficult experiences to get you to that point, to learn those things. No one taught you. You had to teach yourself. Yeah. And now it's kind of like you're like retired from that 3D life, and you can like, you're looking forward to your new 5D life. It's going to feel like more like a vacation, and where you get to enjoy life and do the things that you want, and you get to look back at like the difficult experiences and be like, yeah, this is all worth it. This is all what it was for. Yeah. So you can definitely feel like the shore is close. Your manifestations, your opportunities are close. In fact, you started to get good opportunities come in. You can see, you feel confident. That these opportunities are just gonna expand, and there's gonna be more of them. You're already in a good place. You get to enjoy this, last bit to the shore. All right. So the last energy here, we're looking at mental energies. So things that you can plan for, way to organize what's going on now and organize plans for the future, and things that you're doing in terms of career, your work, helping others, and then your inner work that you might want to focus in on at this time to help you, and what can help you at this time. And good luck stuff coming in. All right, so in terms of your career and things, your service to others in this world, what is going on? Yeah, it's coming to you. You're getting the envelope, so you're getting your soul mission come to you, and you know it. You might have thought you were the one swimming to the shore, and granted, like, yeah, you were doing a lot of work to get to the shore, but when you zoom out, you'll see that like the universe was always pulling you to shore. You were always gonna get there no matter what. Even if you passed out halfway, like you would have got there, So like, I'm getting that the universe always was getting you to this soul mission, to this 5D life, this 5D version of yourself. 10 of Swords. Wow. The thing is, this is when a lot of people are going to be going through their awakening, the Great Awakening, right? Where we've already see it starting, and it's going to come in like full force, like crazy. And I did predict that as these energies, they affect the whole planet as a whole. Awakened people see it as moving into the 5D or starting to move into 5D, depending on where you are in your spiritual journey so far. Unawakened souls are going to see it as jarring events that is course correcting them to evolve their consciousness. Because there's enough of us now. And granted, there's fewer of us. There's fewer of us light workers, but we hold so much more energy. We have so much more power because we've uncovered those powers. We've worked on ourselves, healed ourselves to discover that power. We hold so much energy, we hold so much power that the rest of the collective has to evolve with us, has to come along with us. And then we talked about like how there are going to be some folks that, you know, this was never part of their soul's journey at this time, and they're going to move to a different place, or they're going to transition out of this. But there's a lot of us, a lot of the people, a lot of folks who are going to awaken. And so, yeah, they're going to see it in a very harsh way. And I've always said that you're going to start getting a lot of money, a lot of opportunities, a lot of happiness, like even a house. Like this is like everyone's like struggling to buy a house this time, and you're going to be able to buy one, and a really nice one, maybe even two, you know, like that's why you might not be telling everyone as well, keeping it a little bit more secret. You're doing well money wise, you know, the opportunities that you're getting, the stuff that's happening for you in work or in your business, or in terms of windfalls, opportunities, investments you've made. Like, you know, people are not ready to hear that because they're in the 10 of Swords. They are going through, they're going to see stuff that they don't want to see. And it's like boom, 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 a lot of things at once. And this is, I'm predicting for end of May, June, July, August. You know, it's going to continue September, October, but for light workers, this is where you're going to get a lot of abundance. It's kind of like a juxtaposition where like 3D energies and 5D energies, it's such a stark difference. You could tell, very clearly tell in the collective. And so this is when you get your soul mission. You're going to easily know, with all the skills that you've acquired, all the natural abilities that you've curated, all the wisdom and knowledge and experiences that you've acquired, like it's going to make a lot of sense what you're meant to do when the rest of the collective is awakening, what your job, what your role is in helping the others. Okay. And the 8 of Swords, yeah. Let's see how this energy is manifesting within. The Tower card, yeah. I'm getting more, like, as their mental and visual delusions fall, your body, your physical body and your physical life changes drastically. Wow. 2 of Wands, are you kidding me? 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands. You know, all this energy of the, you know, 2 of Wands and 2 of Swords are very much like going through the door, going through to the next dimension. It's required, I'm hearing, it's required that you go through these physical body changes in order to move into 5D fully. I do sense a lot of people are losing a lot of weight, and I do not mean you have physical body weight, but also like you're gonna need less physical stuffs, less cells, less skin. I'm seeing people are gonna be a little bit more see-through, just slightly more see-through, and that's why you're gonna be able to see the light shine from people more. Interesting. You're not a ghost, you're not an apparition, but you're like something in between a physical person and like a physical apparition of a person. but more on the physical side. I'm seeing this kind of like skin, and like it's glowing, and you can see like light glowing from underneath people's skin. From their heart chakra and their crown chakra. Interesting. So I don't know how to describe it. People have glowy skin. Interesting. So pull another card here. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Yeah, I feel like at this point it's like the higher energetic beings, your higher self, your spirit guide, spirit team kind of take over. You've done as much as you need to do, and now you can communicate with them directly. I've gotten that so many times. They're gonna like physically work through you. They're gonna physically show you things, give you direct answers, give you a direct soul mission, give you directives. It's going to be very obvious now what you do, because when you do enter higher dimensions, you have like less free will, because you're more in line with the divine will, the divine plan. So although you have things to do, and although you might do it a little bit creatively different here or there, at the root of it, at the base of it, you're getting the tasks and goals done that need to be done anyway, and they're going to be done by you anyway. There's more of an understanding there. I'm having a hard time because I'm not fully there yet, of course, but like there's like an understanding of what you're supposed to do, and there's like always room for things not happening in that way. Nothing is yet set in stone. Things are always changing. Things can always change. But there's like an understanding, like people can see the future and the plans and how to get there and all the moves to make to get there, and everyone's roles as a group and individual, your part to play. There's an understanding, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what my group is doing. This is the plan that we're working on. These are different plans going on at the same time. I'm getting it's kind of like a military order, except you're not just doing what you're told to do. No question is asked. As a soldier, you get to know what you're doing and what everyone else is doing, and what plan they're part of, and the many plans everyone's part of, and what to do if this thing doesn't happen, what to do next. Like there's a lot of like that kind of thing. There's more understanding, and you're able to see it, visualize it, understand it, communicate telepathically about it. It's so it's like kind of like you're getting to that point. You might not be there immediately, but you start understanding these things more and more. You're able to see more and more as you continue on your spiritual journey, as you start your 5D Earth spiritual journey. Wild. Wow. Okay. Pineapple, reconciliation. Yeah. So not just reconciliation with, first and foremost, reconciliation with the divine, with God, source energy, and your spirit guide, spirit team, the high frequency, benevolent, pure positive, divine light energies and beings that are closest to you first, the people who are closest to you first, and the energetic beings too that are closest to you first. So it could be your spirit guide, it could be your higher self, it could be ancestors, it could be certain archangels, it could be certain nature spirits, it could be certain crossed over past scientists or a great thinker of some sort, some historical figure, the energies that are closest to you, whether you know who's the energetically closest to you or who's not, because these energies often work with us, and then there's like a mutual agreement somehow on some level that like you want to work with them, your soul wants to work with them, your spirit wants to work with them, and that they want to work with you. And you kind of try out their energy sometimes. It's like, oh, is that a good fit? Is that not a good fit? Like, do they have enough life experience? Do they have enough knowledge in this realm or this area? Will they develop their expertise? Will people listen to them? Will they be able to make enough change, or are they just gonna be lazy and should we pass up this person for this next person kind of thing? So there's always like, we're always working with the energies on a higher dimensions. But reconciliation, and I'm getting, again, like you're going to meet up with your divine counterpart or your very, very close platonic soulmates, soul friends, soul family members. As you work out these changes, transition happening, you're also going to be connecting with those on higher energetic frequencies, those energies that are also very close to you. Intense. Okay. In silence, I receive. Yes, there we go. Yeah. So this is why you spend a lot of time quiet with your divine counterpart. You find a good place to settle down, good natural, high frequency place with, like, you know, a lot of nature, a lot of things that make you happy, feel good energy, good weather, or what you would prefer, what makes you, you know, work at your optimal level, and with just, like, you know, the few people that you want to chill with, you're going to be meditating a lot. You're going to be going through a lot of body changes. You're going through a personality change, which I think a lot of people don't talk about in this community. You're going to go through a personality change as you become more high frequency, as you become a higher being, a higher conscious being. Your personality changes. Your needs, wants, desires, goals for yourself and for the collective, for the world, also changes. This is where you have to, you know, sit down, be a student, and learn for a little bit again. You know, when you first went through the awakening and you learned all these, like, truths about the world and truths about yourself and all this, like, healing and purging and that kind of stuff. Similar thing, but in the 5D. It's going to be different, though, because it's something about, like, you know, getting your abilities online. You know, what's an example? What your soul mission is, what your purpose is, what everyone else's purpose is, how they interweave, how they work with each other. Let's see, flowers, happiness. Oh my God, we have happiness twice. Reconciliation, yeah. I mean, and with that pineapple here and the bread, like, yeah, you're gonna be very, very happy. You know, I'm getting natural recipes. You're gonna be finding recipes that has the highest level organic ingredients. You're gonna be able to find these seeds and plant them from all over the world that are native and that are from other places, even natural organic seeds of how food is supposed to be, vegetables and fruits and a lot of different kinds of grains and legumes and seeds, like all the way that it was naturally meant to be, the most high vibrational versions of it. And I'm getting and you're going to be able to know what recipes to make that will satisfy your nutritional needs, that will help you heal your body, that will get your body in the right place, in the right functioning order, or the most optimal functioning order, so it can transcend more easily, that you become more and more see-through. I'm sorry, what I mean, like, you need less and less matter. So you're going to be, even like recipes, you're going to be writing down things that you prefer, that you like the taste of, different ingredients, different foods, different things that you never thought of putting together, that taste really good, that you love to share, that solidifies the bonds between you and your closest soul family members and community, but also improves everyone's health and well-being, and has functions to help you concentrate more, to have more strength to build things, or more emotional healing, and whatever it is. Food is a big thing. Food is a big one. And land. Food and land is a big one. Finding the right people, and meditating. It's like kind of keeping it back to the basics. If you had to learn the basics again, and it starts with food, with health, with what you do on your day-to-day responsibilities, working on your passion projects. working on your home, working on your land. It's going to go back to basics, but it's not in the 3D way. So it's going to be in a 5D way, way more impressive. There's definitely high level technology also involved. Biological technology as well, but also very high level technology that we haven't even heard of, that we haven't even seen in sci-fi movies yet. That high. High level technology, high level of even biological knowledge and biological technologies, but also in a very natural setting and more of like the way that the 3D Earth was originally designed, and then I would get the watered down version of it. 5D Earth is still physical, but it's the way that the divine intended. Yeah. Learning to communicate with animals again and feel into the energies of trees and plants around you. Be able to hear them. Be able to tell when the weather is changing, or, you know, just being able to sense things more with your hands and senses, which is going to open up your extrasensory abilities and perceptions. This is the start. And it starts with the simple things. You start at home, you know, with your immediate family, and that's just your immediate soul family and your divine counterpart. It starts with that. And then it's gonna be, you know, you're so fascinated by something that you just want to learn about it all day, every day. And there's so many like topics within that new life or this new world that you just want to get into everything. That's excitement. So you want to chill out. You want to have fun. You want to just keep a few close people while you're like learning how to walk and talk and learn the real world again. Have fun, explore, be creative. Witness these bodily changes so that you can tell the next wave what to expect and how to do it. All right. Beautiful light worker. I hope you enjoyed this lovely energy update from Spirit. I know I did. If you think I feel like I'm channeling things that people don't talk about. If you can, you know, share with groups or people that you think will benefit from these messages, I would be grateful. If not, I mean, I'm leaving this up on my channel as long as it's that I'm allowed to. I should probably download these and put them somewhere else too. Okay. All right. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. I hope you have a beautiful rest of May and the start of this new season. And Gemini season, and I can't wait to hear back from you. Much love and light.